In this video, what I want you to do is focus on click to website ads. This is going to be something that you can use in the intro stage or the growth stage. But if your product is converting well in the intro stage and you want to get more fires on your pixel to get ready to broaden out into the website conversion ads, this is a great ad type to use to really get some conversions going. If your product is profitable from a PPE ad, you can start to send traffic using click to website. The reason that we test it out with a PPE ad first is a little bit more difficult for them to buy from a PPE ad. They have to see the picture, then go to the link, then a click to website ad. You're going to get a lot of window shoppers from the click to website ad, and we'll talk more about that here in a second. Click to website is also great for retargeting. You're basically just focusing on getting as many people back to the website as possible. So click to website has really become my go-to for retargeting. I used to use website conversion, but frequency doesn't really matter with a click to website or retargeting ad. So what we're doing is just trying to get as many people to that website as possible. That's going to help you on the retargeting because these are going to all be people who have seen the ad before. Now watch the video on retargeting and how to set that up if you need help there. Since click to website does not optimize on a pixel, right? It's optimizing for clickers. You're going to need to split out the interests as well, the same thing that you do with the PPE ads, to give yourself control of who's buying and who's not buying as far as which interest. Websites and blogs that don't have direct sales are good targets here. You're also going to see some kind of hybrid sites like the one I'm going to show you here in a minute that have a little bit of both. But basically, you're looking for the blog type sites or sites that give a lot of content because this is going to be people who follow this are going to be in the mindset of clicking, right? So they're going to always have content in their face that pertains to them, and they click on it and go to their site. So that's what you're aiming to do. If you do that, you're going to help lower your cost, right? Because you're optimizing for clicks. If you incentivize the click, then you can get lower cost per click to the website. And ultimately, your ad's going to have more people to the website for the same amount of money than if it wasn't performing well. So if your $5 budget, you can get more people to the website if your ad is performing well. So everything we're doing is going to be basically positioning our product to incentivize the click. But first of all, let's create a 1200 by 628 picture of the item. And you can basically list your promotion. If you're using a free plus ship, use some text on there to explain that. If you're bundling something, make sure that you're positioning the product well so that you're getting people realizing what they're clicking on. But at the same time, we're not going to want to use the word buy. We're going to want to use the word click because that's what we want to do. It's a mental trigger in their mind. Just click the link. So we're trying to get people to the website because that's going to help us perform with our ads. But in doing that, we're going to realize that the conversion rate is going to be lower than with, say, PPE ads or website conversion ads because of that window shopper that's going to come. The person that just clicks and then clicks back. Or the person that clicks, browses around, but doesn't buy, and then we'll get them in the retargeting. But that window shopper is going to be the person who's going to lower your conversion rate when this ad comes into play. But that's okay, because that's the intention of the ad, is to get as many people there as possible. So this is all intended, the PPE and the website, the PPE and the click to website. So this ad type and the PPE type are both intended here to get our pixel matured, right? We're trying to get 50, 100 fires on our conversion pixel so that we can run website conversion ads. Now, again, if you're entering a niche that you've been in before, you can run website conversion ads almost immediately. You don't have to wait for it. I would still test your products and get yourself into the growth states and make sure that you're getting sales and your product is wanted. But at the same time, the matured pixel is the end goal here, right? And so you can, the nurse niche, I've been selling in there for years now and using the same pixel. So our pixel is very matured and I don't have to wait. As soon as I know a product is hot, I test it out. I run some PPE ads, I run some click to website ads, And I basically scale out almost immediately into the growth stage once I have that hot product. Now, important, run a wide open test ad when you're doing this. When you're doing a click to website ad, run a wide open one. Remember the core demographic, wide open with no segmentation on the front. And then split it out based on the data, and we'll show you some data on how to determine where to split out. The audience who responded by engaging in our market test is not necessarily the audience who will respond by clicking. So we have to find those demographics again. Split out into the winning demographics, and that can be done by reviewing your reports. So let's go over the shoulder. Now we talked about finding websites, blogs. So here we are, same affinity list that we've been looking at before. Now let's go over the shoulder here. You can see that right off the bat we're going to have some websites, right? So here's one, and I'm sure there's some other ones down throughout here. So firehouse.com is a website. It's not a page with a website. It is a website, right? So that's a difference. Some marketers have gotten to a point, or some Facebook pages have gotten to a point where they created a website after the page was created. Others were actual websites that then created a page because somebody told them they needed to. So that's where we're going to go. We're going to check out firehouse.com. You can see that plenty of people like it. And here is the website itself. You can see it's a blog. It's got a lot of stories. It's got a lot of content that they post to their page, and they get people to interact with and click around. It's not directly selling them right off the bat. Now, there is some things to sell, I believe, on this, but it's not the only intention of the site. Or it's not a brand. Like Ford. Ford's intention, yes, they have a website, but it is all to sell you on the Ford. Firehouse.com has content that they give, and they make up the money by, say, advertisement and things like that. So this would be a great interest for us to use. We could go after that, and we could scale into the other ones as well if we want it. If we're profitable and we're making sales and we want to keep pushing it, right? So now we're going to look at a actual click to website campaign and show you what to look for in terms of good metrics and profitability from it. So here's a campaign that I started. It's to a t-shirt that we're still running, and it's a click to website campaign. You can see I have 26 clicks. This is 19 cents per website click. That's obviously really good. We're hoping that this is it's just getting started, but that's in the range that we want, right? We're super targeted. We're getting a good response. People are clicking on the ad. You can see it's wide open. I'm using the right-hand side. I'm using the news feed on both desktop and mobile. I did take off the audience network. Do not run on the audience network, but everything else we're good for on this one. So what we're looking at is I've reached 794 people, and we have 26 website clicks. Again, we have 19 cents per click, and I've spent $4.84. Now, my margin on this is a hoodie, so I got about a $20 in hoodie. So if I convert at anywhere below $20, we got a good amount of room here to scale up a little bit, buy some data, and then refine. I'm in a very, very, very large niche here, so I'm okay buying some data here up front to take this wide open ad and split it out. So in the same regard as we did for the PPE ad, I can go ahead and do an age breakdown and show you exactly where the clicks are coming in from. So the cost per website click varies heavily through the age groups, right? With a very strong presence in the 55 to 64th. So that tells you something about this niche, right? We also have some good clicks here in the 25 to 34 and the 45 to 54. This one, not so much. We got almost 3 times the cost, a little over 2 times the cost of the other ads. And so this is one that we might have to keep an eye on. Now, obviously, Facebook is going to optimize and steer traffic away from that age bracket, as you can see. However, we're just not going to split when we split these out and get into more advanced type of ads, and where we're getting more and more eyeballs on here. We're not going to want to create a 35 to 44. Something to note here is that if this one was getting an expensive website click, which that's not really that expensive, right? Anything below $1 is going to be pretty good. But what you want to pay attention to is the conversions. So I'd be okay paying 64 cents a click. I'd be okay paying $2 a click if my conversion cost is lower than that $20, right? Because then we can dive into that age bracket and even get down to the age level if the niche is big enough. If you got 100,000 people or more in a single age, you can definitely even get down to the age level and push it further there, right? But right now what we're looking at is not very promising for this one. I would like to see where the conversions come in. Again, if you want to figure out the conversions, we don't have any on this yet, but you come to your search bar and you search for checkouts and the conversion pixel, hit apply. And you can see I don't have any conversions yet, but that's where that's going to pop up, right? So we're going to have, this is kind of our base data. This is kind of telling us how it's performing in the initial stages. After a few days, and after we're converting, it's really important that we break it down to see where the conversions are coming from and not just the clicks. Okay, so that's it for this. I just want to recap and make sure that you're 100% on the same page. So we're looking for a cost per website click below $1. ROI is king here though, right? So we're going to look for the ones converting for us and keep those alive. We eventually want to make sure that we kill off anything that's not converting regardless of the website click. And I would do that at around the price of your profit, right? So if I'm making $20 per item, then if I'm not converting within $20, then I would probably kill it unless you're willing to push beyond there to try to buy more data. But you need to make sure that you have your set in mind, and from a standpoint of running a tight budget, if you're not going to convert at least from the profit of the item and break even, then it's a possibility you should cut it. So make sure you have the same conversion pixel added as you have with the PPE ads here. So we can build that pixel up and get ready for the next stage, which is the conversion ads, the website conversion ads that are really going to grow our product and make sure that we are spreading that product out there as much as possible. Okay, so right now you're going to go into the next stage of running ads, and that's going to basically tell you how to get your website conversion ads up and going, and give you a little bit of an overview of what our method here is in the next life cycle, which is going to be the growth stage, when you're starting to scale. They're going to still interact and pay attention to your PPE ads, your click to website ads, but we're going to introduce website conversion ads at this stage because our pixel is matured. So see you in the next video.